still that means he's got like part of a face. He's a man with part of a face. I mean, he's got no eyes and he's got no hair, but a mouth is a mouth, so there's a face in there, unless you don't count a mouth as part of a face. Faceless void is a melee agility, hard carry, wielding cosmic energy. He looks around, though he has no eyes, but he can taste the air, and through time he flies just a chronosphere. All of his allies activate mask and manages to his demise. He's a faceless void, but he's got emotion. It's his heart that's void, it's a heart that's broken. He's trapped outside of time and space, but even with that strength, he's a man without a face. He's a faceless void, but he's got emotion trapped inside. That void is a heart that's broken. He's trapped outside of time and space. Even with that strength, he's a man without a face.
Let the thunderous applause.
They're going in. Here comes Shadow Fiend down the river. No, the haste turn is gone, but in comes the lone Druid Bear. Roshan at about half HP. Who's gonna go in first? XTT is a Blink Dagger RP on the entire enemy team. What a disastrous RP! Everybody's gonna explode. It's a team wipe. What just happened? 5-man RP. Unbelievable play. Tong Fu. Disastrous positioning.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Ancients Radio. Today we'll be talking to a couple of your favorite heroes and getting an insight on their lives. Let's start by introducing the two. Would you like to tell us your names?
Conker is my name.
I'm Tidehunter.
Thanks guys and welcome to the show.
Just to be clear, if I call you mate, I don't mean it literally.
Conker, put a cork in it.
Okay guys, I know you got a lot of tension between you, but do you think we could carry on with the show?
Agreed.
Excellent. Well, let's get to know you guys. What's some of your favorite things? Kanka, you can go first.
Booty!
I'm sorry, what was that?
Bootylicious!
Okay. Tide, what about you?
Conker!
It's also known that you like to eat a lot of things. Is this true?
I could eat a diatom. I could eat a sea cucumber.
And are we talking fresh or cooked?
Fresh is good, unless we're talking water.
Tide Hunter. Yes.
It's nice to see you two getting along. We have some pre-recorded interviews here. Would you like to hear what you have to say about each other?
Of course.
I think not.
Well, we're playing it anyway, so enjoy. Good evening, Kanka. Would you like to tell us a bit about you and Tidehunter?
It's a special thing. The bond between a monster and an admiral.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to your final best of 3 of the day. It's Corsair Summer 2013 action, brought to you by myself, LD, at Beyond the Summit, as I almost spill water all over myself, but it's Fnatic versus TCM Gaming. Best of 3. Fnatic fell short in the end. They could not take down Kaipi. They got 2-1'd. They got crushed in their final game. Good news for them, though, is this game looks to be a lot smoother, at least thus far. They're going to get a Wisp first pick. TCM let it through. They actually chose to ban a Batrider Chaos Knight with their first 2 bans, so Fnatic pick Wisp. The response from TCM is to snap up a Treant Weaver combo, something we've seen a lot of before. Fnatic round out the first stage of their draft by selecting Rubik. In the second stage, Fnatic, having already banned Darkseer and Gyrocopter, proceed to ban Outworld Devourer. Got it right this time, as well as the Lifestealer. And now we're into that second stage of picks where TCM selected a Naga Siren and will now move on to their next and final pick of the round. It'll be a Bane. As for Fnatic, they have chosen a Bounty Hunter here. And they'll have one more option. We'll see what they go for. One more pick to go before that final stage of bans. So, of course, if you're just tuning in, if you're just joining us, it is a best of 3 series. Winner advances as the 2 seed out of Group B. The loser is going home. And of course, Fnatic, they should be favored in this series, but TCM looked pretty good yesterday. They had some creative combos. Naga Siren and Dazzle was one of the things they employed. We also saw them bust out the Omni Knight. And this game, they'll go for something cheeky with the Treant Weaver, now a Bane Naga +1. Fnatic, very light on team fight here. They've got heavy burst damage, lots of ganking potential. But TCM, definitely the stronger 5-man so far, would give them the edge in that department, and they still have 1 selection to go. The ban now turns to TCM. They'll have that 5th ban to round out the rest of the draft, and we'll see where we go from there. Of course, if you're just tuning in, this is the Corsair Summer 2013, and if you're not familiar with the event, well, I don't blame you. There's a lot of online tournaments in the North American, European scene as of now. This is a $10,000 1.5 month, maybe 2 months. I would say, I think it's 1.5 months at most tournament, even just a month perhaps. 10 of the, or 16 of the better teams in Europe, North America. We don't have Na'Vi, we don't have the Alliance, but some of these lesser known teams get a shot now, like TCM Gaming. Of course, Fnatic will be the favorites here. Total prize pool, $10,000, and it's a 16-team group stage followed by an 8-team playoff bracket. So out of each group of 4 teams, we have 4 of them to move on into the playoffs. We'll see what the teams go for now. Fnatic looking for their final ban of the draft. It'll be a Dragon Knight. TCM have heroes that could go mid in the Naga, the Weaver. Of course, the Bane not likely to go there. The Treant, that'll be your support. So we'll see what they we'll see what they pick up with this last pick, and it will be a Shadow Fiend. So rightly so, Fnatic did ban a solo mid, and that's what TCM select. That Shadow Fiend probably going mid. It could be a Weaver mid, it could be a Naga mid. Whoever's going mid, though, will have living armor on their side, most likely. I imagine that'll be the lane where they look to use it. As for Fnatic, Tiny Wisp combo. I'm sure the chat is probably saying, GG, go next right now. But we'll see. And Viper's the final pick for Fnatic. That's a strong solo mid for them. If they want to run it, they could do a dual lane mid, Tiny Wisp. They have the Bounty Hunter, most likely the off-lane hero. And that would leave Viper, Rubik safe lane. You can also run Tiny Wisp safe lane with a Rubik as the +1, and then a Viper solo mid. Viper generally does pretty well against Shadow Fiend, but he's got to find a kill around level 6. That's where the supports really come into play. If Shadow Fiend gets a good start, if he gets enough souls, it gets a bit hard for Viper. But once you have that level 3 orb, at level 2 Nether Toxin, you can really harass him out of lane. That's where Shadow Fiend might need a bit of help. But remember, with living armor, how much does that really do? The poison, I believe, does chew through living armor charges, but I'm not 100% sure about that. We'll find out either way as this game progresses, so I'll be learning along with you guys. Of course, I'm LD of Beyond the Summit. Don't know if I properly introduced myself, but we're now done with the draft. We can see who's playing what. So on the side of TCM, well, we'll have an interesting draft. A little bit different, but they do really favor this Naga Siren. That's the one hero I've seen them go to every game over the past 2 days. Seems to be their go-to hero. Seems to be pretty effective for them as well. Son Siren is a decent spell to have against relocate, because if they relocate on you, you can simply Son of the Siren and try and back off. So I like the Naga pick. Also, having living armor really helps to mitigate some of the burst damage from relocate ganks, but generally it's not enough. The Wisp orbs will chew through the living armor charges pretty quickly. Avalanche does multiple instances of damage. There's actually quite a bit of damage over time on Fnatic, or effective multiple damage sources, basically, not damage over time, plus the Viper and all he brings to bear, along with the Nether Strike. So I don't know how much this living armor will do in the mid game, but definitely in the laning stage it will be a potent ally to have at their side. We'll introduce TCM now. We've got Go Audio handling the Nagasar, and Wern going to be playing the Shadow Fiend. Hawaii Dota, still muted. Hasn't changed since yesterday, apparently. Handling the Treant Protector, and in the capable hands of Atsi Dota, it'll be the Bane. Blueberry Ninja on the Weaver. It's that Weaver Treant pair. I am not sure. What day is today? I have no sense of time. It's Tuesday. Okay, so I guess it hasn't been patched yet, but Living Armor is getting a serious nerf. It's going from having 7 instances at all levels to having 4, 5, 6, 7 scaling from levels 1 through 4. So that combo won't be nearly as strong by the end of this week. But for now, I believe it is still equally strong. At least I don't remember downloading a patch since yesterday. So on the side of Fnatic, you have your heavyweights. You've got definitely the team that people will be expecting, and if you bet rares on this match, I'm betting 90+% of them are going to be on Fnatic's side. No tail on the IO. No micro skills available here, but definitely opportunity for this flashy player to make some spectacular plays. Era, you carry Tiny, starting with an early stout shield. Towards the bottom lane will go Fly, the captain, the brains of this team. Hani, well, he's kind of the heart and soul. He'll be the Viper. We'll probably see bits of travel from him, even though Vipers normally don't build that, because he's Hani, and he always finds a way. Trixie going to be playing the off-lane Bounty Hunter up against a very tough tri-lane here. Bane, Naga, lots of lockdown, good burst through Riptide, as well as the net that will reveal you while you're in Viz. Of course, you can dodge it if you Shadow Wall quickly enough and there's no detection, but it all comes down to who gets the jump on the other player. We'll see how it works out. Both teams waiting for that first rune spawn. Game 1 now underway. It is a best of 3, our final match of the evening, or the day, depending on where you are. For me, it's the day. I can actually see the sunlight in my kitchen. It's beautiful. I'm Lonely David for today, guys. There's no one else awake in the house. Kawa, Merlini off to sleep. Lumi, Bruno off to the pool or to sleep, not sure. 2GD probably getting drunk in a bar somewhere. Actually don't know what he's up to. Trixie finds a regen rune top, and he will rotate off the lane for the time being. Even Winter abandoned me. He had to go sleep. He had a rough day, though, so I don't blame him. It was not a good day for MUFC. I feel quite bad for Winter, in fact. But his home's in trouble for now. We'll see if he can recover. For Fnatic, running that dual lane mid, Tidy Wisp, something you really only see on the Radiant side, but very potent there. You can farm the stacks quite easily and early on with the orbs, so I imagine we'll see No Tail just doing some stacking. Off the bat, though, Era is going to be up against Enfeeble. Fortunately, he's Tidy, so starts with 70 or 68 damage, will be left with 38, which is not quite as good as Shadow Fiend, but not too shabby. It's going to be hard this first few wave or two. Enfeeble has quite a heavy mana cost, though. 95, which for the Bane means 3 or 4 usages, and he is done. It's not nearly as bad as Brain Sap, but it's still a decent chunk of mana. Still, that would be a lot of a pain in the ass for him to deal with in the early stages. This is where No Tail will look for potentially some mid pulls, certainly some stacking. He'll stack the small camp mid, and so the mid lane I would give a bit of an edge to TCM, but Fnatic are going to get levels on Wisp, which makes it not a horrible trade. Still, Warren should out CS Era here for the early stages, but he hasn't really. He's only 0-2. Still looking for some CS. Now he'll start to get the souls. As for the off lanes, we'll compare those. Trixie, the off lane Bounty Hunter, against Blueberry Ninja, the off lane Weaver. Blueberry Ninja has living armor, so he should have the edge in that respect. He's already 4-1. Trixie only 3-2. Well, actually, Trixie 3-2. So Trixie's actually doing a bit better than what you would expect. Go Audio, despite the Quelling Blade missing a few last hits, and actually making a go on Blueberry Ninja, but living armor means no kills can be attempted. I'd say for off lanes, maybe a slight edge to TCM, but Trixie is still getting levels, which is the main thing. And then your X factor is just what these safe lane heroes are getting. Hani, safe lane Viper, 5-2. One of the harder matchups for Weaver, simply because as long as you have detection for him, he can't really approach the creep wave. If you don't have detection, he can Sakuchi and harass you a bit, but once you have a few levels, Viper's pretty tanky, and he trades well with almost anyone. As you drop low, you take a lot of extra damage from that Toxin. 1-1-1 build for Hani now. Generally, you max the orb early. Lots of harassment coming out. Blueberry Ninja fighting without the creep wave. That is ill-advised. You definitely want the creeps on your side. And now Era ushered off the mid lane. For TCM, their lineup is much more teamfight centric than Fnatic. Fnatic are going to want to find kills and split push in the mid game. They'll want to gank, they'll want to farm. They won't really want to 5v5 clash with TCM, especially not once Treant hits level 6, once the Shadow Fiend gets some farm. They're getting levels on that Wisp. No Tail now hitting level 2. Unfortunately, it's an army of healing creeps, so No Tail having trouble really killing the waves off. Era takes a couple of raises to the face mid. Oh, he dropped a bit low. Otzi, only level 1. If he's level 2 there, he could go for a sleep, and that might set up a kill. But, of course, there's always No Tail who can salve and tether. It's tough. This Shadow Fiend feeling very cocky. Arrow wanted to go for an engage, but actually top lane. It'll be our first blood. Trixie gets picked off. Caught at a Sentry and Observer. Well, they do have a lot of lockdown in this lane. They did it without the Bane. Just a dual lane. Double melee dual lane against Bounty Hunter. Frankly, shouldn't really die, but, well, Trixie got caught at a net. A well-placed Sentry Ward. Enough to secure the kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And still, he hits level 3. He's still getting levels in this lane, but definitely an advantage for TCM now. They have the better 5-man. You've still given away Wisp, and it's going to be hard to stop No Tail from getting level 6. Weaver's probably the best hero to harass him off of the creeps, but for the time being, not looking to do so. Hani continuing to farm bottom lane. Tranquil Boots up for him. Almost matches the living armor. Not quite, but it helps.
Denied.
And now they rotate the Bane off the middle lane. Actually, they've gone in mid. There's your Avalanche Toss combo. Oh no. Haste turn for No Tail. He's even hunting this courier. Yeah. This is a potent dual lane mid. Generally, I would say you don't want to leave the Shadow Fiend alone. Even if he can last hit hard, even if he's got a lot of souls, he's still a Shadow Fiend. And this hero has 600 HP. That is easy food for a level 3 Wisp Tidy. And now Era hits level 5. Can even go it again. Warren's in a lot of trouble. This is going to be 2 kills in the space of just a few seconds, unless the living armor comes through. Avalanche Toss chewing through the living armor charges. He's low. 1 or 2 more auto attacks will bring him down. No boots up and Warren. Unable to run. 2 deaths in the space of 30 to 45 seconds. And now the score equalizes a bit. And Otzi taking some damage here. Era has Avalanche Toss. Just the Avalanche, actually. No Toss available. Won't go in yet. And that's not a trade you want to make. Sure, they got the first blood top, but No Tail hits level 4. Even going back in, he'll salve, he'll clarity up Era. And Era will be right back in fighting shape. As soon as Era has mana for combo, look for him to just do a simple toss. You toss the Wisp in. The Wisp can even tether back, or if the tether's not broken, just continue going on you. Easy, easy killing combination. They really need to save living armor for when the Shadow Fiend's engaged on, and I think they also need the Bane mid. They've actually decided to send Warren to the jungle. They'll leave the Bane mid, but Otzi is also vulnerable to that combo. He's got boots now. I don't know. Shadow Fiend's a little too underleveled to be jungling. If you only have level 2 raised, it's not very efficient to jungle. That's the big problem for Warren. They're worried about him dying. And I guess they feel they'd rather the Bane's the one giving up kills than the Shadow Fiend. Because Shadow Fiend does need his souls. Every time you die, you lose half your souls. It is quite costly.
Invisibility.
But he's only level 4. He can clear out some of these creeps. He's still got a bottle. I think he'll get at least 1 big stack. Maybe he'll go back mid after this. But he wants to farm his boots. I believe that's the main thing here. Is Warren wants to have boots, and that's why he's not going in. Still, even with boots, he's still vulnerable to the ganks. No Tail's actually headed back to base for the time being. Only level 4, but has boots, a bottle, as well as the Observer Wards. The bottle, of course, bought by Era. Pretty standard for the Wisp combos mid. Trixie putting a little harassment on Go Audio. Not actually committing for anything. It has hit level 6, though. Look for Fnatic to get pretty aggressive soon. Trixie at level 6, Orb of Venom up. Maybe needs 1 or 2 more levels because he's gone for 2 points in Janata. So Shrigatoss, not yet maxed. It's still good at level 2. It's scaled. That's where it's the most efficient. You get 200 damage for 2 skill points. But maximum burst is very important on a Bounty Hunter. And it's very important for Fnatic. You want to burst heroes down before Living Armor comes, before Naga TP's in and songs. So maxing out Shuriken and then going might be how Trixie looks to play this. And he'll take a big neutral. He'll back off. He's also got Bottle Gold, and they've gone middle lane. They found Otzi. Defensive sleep or not, he's going down, almost certainly. Living Armor comes through. Brain Sap's up, tries to live. but still just not tanky enough. One more auto attack, a toss over the top, no tail will bring him down, and now they found Wern. He's jungling. Another tether. Track's there as well. Wern going for the first raise, but he can't find the second. He'll fall. Track gold galore, and now Naga comes in and Psalms. That sets up a Riptide. No. Yes, gets it off, but living armor on the run. Era giving chase, has Avalanche. No mana for toss, though. We'll back off. Well, this is not going well for TCM. They now trail by 2,000 gold, 2,500 experience. Oh, and Blueberry Ninja might even die bottom lane. He does time lapse out. He'll back off. Yeah, Wisp is about to hit level 6. No tail, level 5, a little bit and change, and has a haste rune bottled up. Once No tail hits level 6, you look at TCM. It's got to be this Naga Siren TPing at the right time. But the problem is that Go Audio used his ult, and it's on cooldown for 140 seconds. So he's their best hero to just bail out his teammates when relocates come. But with no Song of the Siren, won't really be a viable option. So offlane Weaver's got to be worried. Even that safe lane Treant, now looking to get level 4, has to be concerned. And TCM trying to jungle, but that Bounty Hunter can really punish them. Trixie is just not going to let the Shadow Fiend jungle for free. He's about to find a kill almost. Well, Wern backs off, bottles up, gets tracked though. Now Trixie says, you ain't jungling anymore, Bubba. In comes the Wisp. They've joined him from the middle lane. Wern on the run. The Treant armor removed in a hurry. Shuriken toss finishes the job. Another easy kill for Fnatic. Now the score 5-2. They continue to accrue a larger and larger advantage, and all of these kills are track kills. So TCM is in a lot of trouble here. Giving up a lot of kills, not having Song of the Siren, still a minute and a half before it's online. This dire squad is in dire straits. It's quite early for that.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The one piece of good news is they do hold on to their outer towers, but that feels awful temporary to me. Tiny Wisp, fantastic pushing combination, just by their lonesome. And Trixie wants to find a kill top lane. He's gone in Hawaii Dodo. He's going to actually run in another Windwalk. There's no relocate just yet. I don't know if Wisp has it. Now they go in bottom. Fly looking to posture in on Blueberry Ninja. He's stolen Sakuchi. No, he's stolen the Swarm. Well, not ideal there. But Blueberry Ninja on the run. Sakuchi cooling down. He should escape. Where's that Wisp? No tail back at base. Just hit level 6. Oh no. Watch out for a relocate, folks. This could get ugly.
Radiant's courier has been
And for the
killed.
time being, looks like
Dire's middle tower is under
Radiant
attack.
Courier has been killed, but there's a relocate top. It's on to Hawaii Dota. Avalanche, toss, Wisp over the top, jams it in, slam dunked from Era. And they're not done just yet. They're going Nazi Dota. He gets tracked, he gets tether stunned, defensive disruption, or rather, sleep won't even matter. So that Dire Courier, or Radiant Courier, what happened with it? Let's actually see. Oh, just got picked off by Blueberry Ninja. Must have chased it down in the midst of all that action. So well done by him. Now Wern just can't jungle. Trixie's really done a nice job of identifying that the Shadow Fiend's in the jungle. He found out early, but he's been constantly applying pressure, making life much easier for Fnatic here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
If you let the Shadow Fiend jungle and you don't punish him, he's a pretty efficient jungler. From level 4, it's a bit hard. Wern doing the safer thing, jungling from low ground to high ground, but Hawaii Dota will be caught mid. This could be another track kill. It probably will be. Avalanche toss. Too easy. Really, really easy for Fnatic. It's like watching them do their
Radiant's
homework.
top tower is under attack.
Boring, but effective. Well, not boring, but simple. Yeah, effective, I should say. Sleep on Trixie mid lane. There's no Fiend's Grip yet. Blueberry Ninja no mana. In fact, they've got to be careful about this. Blueberry Ninja on the run. He's out of mana. He does have 5 stick charges. Otzi Dota, he might be in trouble. But TCM evaded this. They're prepped with the Swarm. They drop the Song of the Siren, and in they go. No tail Era. Is there a relocate out? It's actually bought time for the relocate to pull down. No tail will tether away. Won't be able to escape. Era throws in a forlorn toss, but still will fall. Hani yet to join the fight. Ghost Scepter up for him. Fantastic early pickup against the Naga. This removes the Naga net. I love the choice. I wish more players would actually do this. I don't know if it removes Overgrowth. It might though, because Overgrowth is I believe it's considered a physical disable. Well, it says magical, but it definitely goes through BKB, so it's not really
Structures are fortified.
superior magic, I guess is what Heroes of Newerth calls it anyway. But I don't know if Ghost Scepter removes that. I do know it removes the net though, and simply for that, it's definitely worth it for Hani. We'll see. If he looks to trade these fights, he could go for an Ethereal Blade. It's not the best item. Oh, Otzi. Relocated. onto him. An easy kill, and now Fnatic just run away. Not much they can do. Actually, they want to go back in on Blueberry Ninja. If he gets tossed here, he might die. I won't get tossed. Standard Tiny Wisp build is just go Treads and then straight Aghanims. This is the max farm build. You have all the mobility you need from Tether. Phase Drums is nice, and Yasha, that's sort of your old school. Not old school, but your original carry Tiny build, but not really necessary. Trixie, Hunty to courier mid. They did have an Observer Ward. That's how they saw this Bane rotating back to the base, and that's why they got that earlier kill. Nice warding. Something that Fnatic will want to do a bit more of as this game continues. Meanwhile, top lane, Aerodose denied tower. And the Radiant Courier respawns. Didn't have anything on it when it died, but now the Ghost Scepter comes out. Fortunately for Ani, he hasn't really needed it. Weaver comes in. Blueberry Ninja has a medallion up. Deploys it and starts to chip away. Smoke picked up by your Naga. Treads by your Shadow Fiend. TCM just trying to tank up. That's really what they need to do. They have to get every bit of HP they can to live through the Wisp combo.
Top tower is under attack.
I'd like to see some more aggressive wards from them as well, just to try and spot the rotation of the Tiny Wisp around the map. You can't always see them if they're coming from Fountain, but you definitely see them running down the lane. Same for heroes like the Bounty Hunter. You need as much vision as possible. That way, you know where they're not, which means if there's a bunch of them off the map, then you get very nervous about a smoke gank, about a relocate gank. Hani in trouble bottom lane. In comes Go Audio, no Song of the Siren, and Hani just walks away. Trixie's gonna find Dota tracked up, take a lot of damage. Is there gonna be a relocate mid? Trixie's pinning for it. But they say we'd rather push top. And they're gonna take a tier 1 off of that. Era cleaves it down. They can fight bottom. There's gonna be a haste rune for Otzi. He'll head towards the mid lane. Otzi is not yet level 6. They really need this Fiend script. That's gonna be important to pick up soon. Blueberry Ninja. Oh, he pops the medallion, but he's dropping fast. He can time lapse out. He'll have to. Watch for the relocate. No tail. Relocates now. He goes bottom. Weaver commits for it. Blueberry Ninja. 1 orb. We'll bring him down. Now Go Audio. Song of the Siren. TP's out. He's a bit late on this. He wanted to save his Weaver. But without time lapse, that Weaver looked to be dead to poison damage anyway. And now Fly working on the neutrals mid. Gets slept. Otzi coming in. Watch for the Requiem. No, just a raise. Raise number 1. Gets lifted. Too late on the raise. Now Fly on the run. The raise gets thrown out. Otzi driven back. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Fly, he's stolen Brain Sap. He jumps in. Warren dropping quick. He's gonna pop like a pinata. Now Otzi next in line. Tracked up. And Era on the hunt. Tosses the Bounty Hunter forward. One last Janata crit. Brings him down, and they're not done yet, folks. Hang on to your hats. Go Audio. He turns around, he drops a Riptide. Era taking a lot of damage on the backside of the fight. It's Trixie, who's low, but not dead just yet. No Tail, trying to keep him alive. Overgrowth, only gonna clip No Tail. It doesn't do any damage. Trixie will live. And in fact, they may yet go back in. They've tracked up Hawaii Dota. Look at the Wisp. Orbs low, nearly dead. Not just yet. No Tail running. Can he actually live through this? The medallion is going to really punish this squishy Wisp. One more auto attack. Blueberry Ninja picks him off. No Tail. Too many micro skills in that fight.
Dire's middle tower
The tier 1 does fall mid, not denied, despite having the Shadow Fiend in the lane. That's really going to hurt. And on the backside, Trixie finds that tree. Well, he stuck around a bit too long. They didn't loot. Oh, God. Are you serious? 60-minute Ags. This has to be a record. I'm almost tempted to alt-tab right now and just go look it up because I don't have a stats fan this game, sadly. But yeah, this is one of the fastest Ags you will ever see. Relocate. They're going to find Otzi Dota. He's in trouble. Avalanche could be his downfall. He gets tracked. 3 heroes descend. Yeah, brain sap this, they say. Brain sap this. The Tether will bring back the Bounty Hunter, leaving depositing Era mid lane so he can farm. Now Fnatic can start doing things like stacking Ancients and just accelerate Era. He's already farming heroes, but if he farms creeps too, he'll be in great shape. The funny thing for me is just that Hani has yet to really do anything in this game. He's just sat bottom lane and farm. 0-1-1 on a Viper. This isn't really the best hero to just sit and farm with, but hey, he'll pick up a point booster now. And he could pretty much just play PvE Dota. Just player versus the monster, or PvM. Just fighting versus monsters, not versus enemy players. Because his team doesn't need his help. Fly's got Sakuchi, he could lift Blueberry Ninja here. He'll throw him back into Hani, but